Hello Virgo, and welcome to your monthly reading from March 2023. Magical March is what I've been calling it. That's straight off the back of funny February. Cool, blimey, not a stone the crows. Talk about a month. It has been mad, has been freaky. Some strange activity has been going on all over the place. And that's bringing a lot of things to the surface in the world. And as Magical March, I've done the collective reading, and it was quite a intense reading. Let's put it like that. If you want to see it, it will be linked at the end of this reading, and also you can find it on our channel. But very intense reading, and I think March is going to be a moment where things just synchronize, things sort of go into place, as it were. But the thing is, not everybody's going to get it. And those people there risk to be doing very illogical things, and it's going to beggars belief sometimes. So I'll be wary of that. Okay, this is going to be your reading for the coming month. Let's just go through all of this. We'll be going through all your chakras and your aura, and then following up with the tarot reading as well. It will be time-stamped in the description below, so you'll be able to jump from one to the other, but they all are connected, really. Okay, so without further ado, let's just get straight into your chakras. So this is for Virgo for the month of March. One thing we've noticed here, we're in the root chakra here, and one thing we noticed in the root chakra is it's very solid, very very well formed at the lower echelons. So there's a good tap root in this situation. There's a good foundation, and that foundation is going to be like a tap root. It really is the main root that goes into the ground. It's going to be pulling on things that's really going to concentrate the logic within you. When we get to the upper section of the chakra, where it starts coming up towards the sort of pelvis and stuff like that, towards the sacrum, you're getting movement, and I think this is where we all need to try and do something in life. And then see how it fits with the world around us, and then assess it for a very quick time. Could be a day, could even be just an hour, depending on the thing. It's very short-termisms in March, I think. A lot of short-termisms. And then so we reassess it and represent it to the world around us. And this is the sort of thing that I think March is going to be, that sort of aspect to it, quite repetitive. And it seems like within your root chakra, you have that goal, that logic within where you're going and what you should be doing. It's not totally fixed. There is movement in it. That's what I'm saying here in the top section. So it's a movement in accordance to your desires. Okay, so let's have a look at your sacrum. And there's been some, in the collective reading and the collective sacrum, there's loads of movement. So desires are changing, and the ego is really coming out. There is a case here for you. So you got the left-hand side, which is more pronounced than the right-hand side. So this is it's not bad at all. It's not extreme. So I would just be a little bit attentive to your work play ethic in your life. It could be a little bit too much work, a little bit too much, not enough play, as it were. Just want to have a quick look inside that to see if we can get any information on that. You may be frustrated by constant, and the thing is, Virgo, you're very nice. You're helping people constantly, and that's part of your problem. You don't know when to say stop. It's difficult for you to say no to people, and people pick that up as a habit to sort of turn around and ask Virgo, and maybe they shouldn't. So, you know, and I have been telling you many times already. I've been telling you all year, I feel like, and I think I'll be eternally telling Virgos to sort of don't You know, don't forget to think about you. You know, don't forget, sometimes it's good to put yourself first. Be egotistical about it. Because there's some things you've just got to do. So it could be, I'm not 100% sure that there's a lot of administration in the world around you. For you, I think it's more sort of maybe running around for other people. I know it's a repetitive tune that I keep singing you, but it's one of those things that each sign has one of these sort of attributes that you've constantly got to keep an eye on it. You know, I'm a Capricorn. We have our own personal sort of stuff to deal with. It's like anything. It's the yin and the yang of the world, isn't it? You know, so I would just be a little bit wary of that. Let's just see what's going on in your solar plexus. It's nicely shaped. It's a little bit tight though. Rather than being like a nice open V in a way, it is a little bit tight. So you might find that all your passions are being directed into very not so many things, basically. So 3 or 4 things rather than being very diverse. The thing is that tiredness comes out in it. That sort of frustration comes out. Because at the end of the chakra, at the top of the chakra, the petals are a little bit lopsidaisy, a little bit sort of, they're flopping around a bit, you know. So it's difficult to find your direction, find the key thing within you that brings up that passion that says, right, that's it, boom, I'm off. You've got that within you. It's just the final third that's not clicking. So I would pay attention to getting things done. And this is where you're probably going to have to say to people, sorry, can't do it right now. Do apologise. I just got to finish this off. I'll give you a call tomorrow morning. That sort of thing. It's nothing rude about doing that. It's not nasty. And if people think it's nasty, they've obviously got the problem, not you. So, you know, don't take it all on board. Let's see what's going on your heart chakra. There's an opening of socializing, but it seems to be connected to a partner, or possible partner. You could be meeting someone, or you could be with someone and then being with that person. I'm not sure whether it comes from you or from them, but being with that person, it sort of induces a lot of socializing. So it might be a fact that you meet someone, then you're meeting all their friends, going around for dinner here, dinner there, going out for, you know, to the beach here, or going up the mountain here, or whatever, going for a walk here and stuff like that. There is this possibility of opening doors of socializing, and I would use it as a networking thing, because it is actually on both sides. And I would even say, well, I think it's more prominent on your socialise, you know, friend side than your financial side. There is one aspect on your financial sort of side with your heart's desires, and this could open the few doors. So I'd be attentive to the conversations you have with the people that are connected with the person you're with, or the connection to the person you may be meeting, because they may open doors and sort of give you coincidences, you know, spark a few ideas within you that could really set you off running for a really bright and beautiful future. Let's just see what's going on in your third eye and your throat chakra. This is lovely. And the thing is, normally in the third eye and throat chakra, that will go in harmony with the sacrum, and it's not the case here. So there is this sacrum that is slightly out of whack. With your third eye and your throat chakra, it's perfectly poised, with your third eye being slightly longer than your throat chakra. It's a very natural position. You shouldn't really be overthinking things at the moment. If you find you are, I would take time out in the morning just to clarify what your needs are and what your wants are. Make sure that there's not too much in the way of needs, that you haven't got a list as long as your arm that you're never going to sort of finish by the end of the day. Make sure there's only a shortish list that you can definitely do what is possible in the daytime. You'll get on top of everything very reasonably quickly, and that'll help you to free up that mind to let it go and kind of go, ah. And it'll take you maybe like a day and a half to really get into sync with that. And once you get into sync, it's going to be a lot easier for you if you're thinking too much. It's going to help in many other areas in your life as well. So yeah, the thinking side, the third eye and the throat chakra, communication seems to be well. Everything seems to be explained sort of pretty logically and everything like that. So let's just have a look on your crown chakra first to see what's going on there. This is well defined. This is and it seems to be, this is where the business side comes in. It seems to be on the financial side that it's even more well defined. So your consciousness may be brought towards work sort of environment, your job, business, projects, that sort of thing. Even personal acquisitions such as renting a house or buying a house, or it's tied into the material world, and it seems to be pretty clear about what or how you want things to be. It's the enactment of that wants or those desires which may need you to concentrate a little bit more time on yourself rather than on other people that are around you. So so the main situation here is, I think, with networking and socializing, certainly very much socializing, enjoying yourself, enjoying yourself in the company of others, discovering new people that you've never met before. I think that's really quite important this month. It'll help you to sort of like key in those connections with the world around you. The moment you do, it's going to produce seeds of thoughts, and it might provoke ideas that you've already in your heart's desires to do in the world, and it may give you the key of how you can actually really start it. If you've been thinking of starting a business or a YouTube channel or writing a book or starting a new hobby and stuff like that, speaking to someone is going to give you that key, kind of going, oh, well, in that case I could actually do that then. Oh, okay, right. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. You know, that sort of thing. It's not going to be like, I don't think it's going to be, it might well be a job offer or something like that, but I don't think it is. I think it's more of a case of they give you the key to the scenario or the situation that is around you. But apart from that, your chakras are actually really nice. And that's, that key, I think, is also going to help your root to sort of really take shape and take form, which will give you a lot more stability within your life as well, a lot more consistency, which is difficult in this world at the moment, let's be said. Really nice energy. I really like that at the moment for you, Virgo. It's good. It's not hectic, but it's not slow either. It's in a really good way. I think this comes more to the end of the month. We're looking at the third week here of around about the 18th to the 22nd, with a completion on the 26th maybe of March. Around that sort of time, I think there's going to be a real moment of eureka. But I think that seed is being sown in the first week and a half, sort of 10 days sort of thing. And within that 10 days, you may not even see the seed as you've planted it, but it will come back to the surface in 3 weeks after that. As I said, around that sort of like around springtime, the 21st of March, either way, on that sort of side of things. That's what's going through that's what you're attracting to you through your aura at the moment. So I would be very attentive. Certainly by the end of the week, end of the month, start building it up within you. So then that really comes to fruition at the end. I just need to make sure that's recording. Okay. That's really good. Let's just have a look at the flow of the energy. It's a bit stop start sort of scenario in your energy. It's sort of, it's almost as there's a little bit too much air in the system. You do have, looking at your Astroflower, you do have like a lot of air coming in, obviously, from your neighbour Libra, who is next year, is a pure air sign and cardinal as well. So that may drive your mind in a particular direction, which is obviously keyed into the material side of life. And when it sort of stops, that's when the moment of frustration kicks in, and that's when you realise you're probably actually not doing what you should be doing for you, but doing something for somebody else. And yeah, it's good to help out, but don't forget yourself in the scenario, okay? But apart from that, very nice energies. There's nothing really untoward coming to the surface of your aura. So yeah, that seems quite clear and quite cool. That's really good. Yeah, it looks like a good month. Let's get on to your tarot reading, shall we? And let's just see what's going on there. This is obviously over the month, so we've got the overall energies here in the middle. Then we've got the 2 karmic path, relationship and business or material side. Then week 1, 2, 3, and the accumulating 4th week. So we're going to be looking. I'm going to be interested in see what's going on in these 2 top cards. These 2 4 cards here, petals 5, 7, 8, and 9. I think it's going to be the pinnacle or the pivotal moment of the month. So this is for you, Virgo. Let's just see what's coming out for you. Manifestation. I don't read cards upside down because all the pack would have been upside down then. Manifestation. Yeah, I think this is where you have to get involved in your life and start manifesting what you want out of it. I think it's very important. Say goodbye to the woes and worries of the world. This is the overall energy. It's encouraging, and quite a few people have had this actually. Quite a few signs have had this, and it's encouraging you to step up to the plate and start being an actor in your own creation. I think it's really important. It'll shine on the friends that are real friends, and it'll shine on the situations. Make and spread light on the situations that are actually beneficial for you, rather than detrimental to us. You know, because sometimes we can stick with a situation thinking it's okay, but actually it's really toxic. And we don't know till afterwards. And there might be a case of this. You know, I'm not saying you've got people that are toxic around you. I don't really read like that. You know, I encourage people to be their higher self rather than actually get down and dirty and start fighting. Because I actually don't believe in anything. I sort of know things, and I know that white and black, good against bad, right and wrong is a non-starter. The yin and yang is one. Okay, let's have a look what's going on your karmic mission for your relationship side. This is what I was talking about, that person there. I think here on your karmic path, I think it's realizing the flame you can have, or the desire you can have to be connected with one other person. It could mean that in your couple, if you're in a long-term relationship, it may mean that you need to reinvigorate that relationship in one form or another. But it's going to provoke social interaction with the world around you, basically. And I think that's what your karmic mission is this month, to activate it yourself and realize what you want out of the relationship side. Let's see what's going on in your financial sort of side. Yeah, I think this is the past. I think this is the karmic message here, is to realize what you've got to say goodbye to. Concentrate on yourself. Build up your own confidence within you. This is really important. And I think the realization over the next sort of 3 or 4 weeks over this month, you're going to realize it with the connections that you find with other people. Let's just see what's going on the first week on your relationship side. Ace of Cups. You know, it's a similar sort of scenario going on there. You can see that. Yeah. You know, you got the 1 star and the 1 cup. She goes over there. Thank you. Yeah. So there is definitely, if you're looking for love, I think there was a real moment to meet someone that just kind of going, wow, it's just so comfortable with you. It's so easy. It's so easy to be with you, and they're feeling the same thing. It seems like that. It seems like a really beautiful scenario. And as I say, if you're in a long-term relationship, if you instigate that relationship over this month, I think you're going to get that sort of feedback from your partner, and it's going to open a whole new episode for you and your couple. It'd be really nice. It is, yeah, be really lovely. So on the financial sort of side, now this is what I was talking about, where you're going to be meeting people that are around you, which has to do mainly with this side here, as you meet with these people that are around you. And this here is learning something in that first week, or planting that seed with other people. And it doesn't necessarily mean working with other people. I don't think it's that. I think it's more that being in socially around other people is going to instigate the ideas of what is coming up in the next sort of 2 weeks after this. And as I said, I'm not sure you're going to see this seed, but when you come back round to it in 2 or 3 weeks, all of a sudden the plant is there, and you're kind of going, oh wow, great, I've got some raspberries. You know, that's what can I do with the raspberries? Hey, I wanted to make jam. I realised, I thought a couple of weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I wanted to make jam, and I've come back and there's these raspberry plants. There's lovely raspberries on there. I can make some raspberry jam. You know, that sort of scenario. Trying to keep it as simple for for everybody. So that's the first week. A very it's a good start to the month. A good start to the month, where as the logic starts kicking into place. Let's just see what's going on in the second week here. You know, it's all about concentrating on that one flame. It's all about concentrating on the here and now, enjoying the moment, enjoying being with that person that is around you. You're going to be discovering lots of things that you didn't know about yourself, but also about them. It's all about that one star. It's absolutely amazing. On the relationship side, I wouldn't hold back if I was you, Virgo. I wouldn't hold back. If it's offered, take it straight away. If someone turns around and says, I was thinking of going to, to this bar because they've got, poetry recital, or, going to see this group, or stuff like that, or there's a new restaurant in town. Say, yeah, come on in. And saying, yeah, I was going to go with a few friends. Yeah, great, let's do it. So yeah, I would be very enthusiastic about things in March. It's going to open a lot of doors for you. Okay, so this is on the second week here on your material side. This is in your work area, and it could be with your job. It's that seed is now going to start forcing you without you. I'm not sure you even realise, but it's going to make you realise that you've got to look at life in a different way. If you or look at business or your job or your projects in a different way, in order for it to take form and start going in the direction that you so desire. And as you do look at it in a different way, all of a sudden that's going to bring you back to this seed here, which is being planted with the social connections with the people around you, which is almost going to make you completely see life completely differently for you, basically. Let's just see what goes on the third week. So strength. Putting down those doubts, and that's the thing that's coming up in that third week. I was talking around about the 21st. You're going to make these realizing that you're actually you might be the cause of your own downfall in regards to love and relationships. We all do it, don't worry. We all self-sabotage somewhere along the line, but I think you're going to realize it, and within that realization, you can then stop doing it. And all of a sudden, it will really take off. Let's just see what's going on this side. Is there conflict? No, I don't think there is. I never felt any conflict, to be honest, within your business side. This is more of I think this is more of a case of here where it's a learning curve for you. And what you're learning to do is to be the best example of who you can be within what you've chosen to do. And I think this realization, this seed that we're coming back to, this realization that happens in that moment there, where you kind of saying, you spoke to someone, they've given you that spark that's ignited this seed here, and because you've approached it in a different way, all of a sudden you're going to be in a position where you can kind of go, do you know what, I can do it, and it is going to bring out the best in you, and it's going to teach you. You're going to teach yourself how to maintain that enthusiasm, that energy, that also that purification, that pure side of getting things done, which you're very good at. It's just the last third. It's just the last third. You know, I've got some very good Virgo members of my family and friends, and you know, some of them have been writing books for a very long time, and it's taken them sometimes 10 years, 15 years to get the book out. They may have written it for sort of like 8 or 9 years. It's done, but it's that last hurdle that they just take ages over. It's very and you know, so I'm encouraging them, and it is a moment to sort of concentrate on yourself to get things done, basically. And I think that's what that learning curve is. And you are manifesting it. You are manifesting everything that is around you if you so desire, basically. And yeah, you're gonna understand to be the highest example of yourself. It's going to get rid of that woes and worries. Let's just see what how the end of the month is playing up for you. Queen of Cups. So you've got a lot of Queen on this side. You've got the Ace of Cups at the beginning. It's a real journey that you go through here. Absolute joy, spreading that love around you, really finding your place. Not only finding your place, but also, you know, she's got that big fish at her feet, as it were, and that's like money's going to come into you by being social and being loving, basically. And I think loving to yourself and respecting that relationship that you've got maybe with someone, or that person you seem to have found in the way as you're going through, is going to produce, it's going to connect with making you know, a material life of you. Okay, so by the end of the month, you're going to realize from here this is what you're walking away from. That's what you're walking away from, and that's what this is it. Where is she walking to? She's walking towards the sun, pure happiness, and you can manifest this, Virgo. You can really manifest this, Virgo. It's up to you. The ball is in your court this month here, and you've got all the attributes to make it. Let's just see what the overall outcome is for you. Yeah, it is the overall outcome is walking away from those headaches. So you're walking away from that, basically. It's a complete and new scenario for you in April. I really do want to find out I'm a bit too curious. I need to find out what's going on, what sort of thing going on for April. I don't want this to go on forever, obviously, but let's just see if there's anything that comes out of that. So the Hangman, it is a different lifestyle that you will be leaving. It's not living. It's not the same. Don't judge your relationships about what's gone before. I think that's more of a case here of walking away from that sort of thing. And, you know, did I say earlier on, shining a light on the situation? This one here, it is, you know, the devil is about opportunities. He's offering the light so you can see clearly going forward. It's up to you which path you take. And this is where, you know, the devil can sometimes be seen as tempting people. And yeah, they are, you know, the devil is showing you can go down that path there, you can go down this path here, or you can go down this path here. You know, these two paths here are not really on your road, and this is the evident path. So it's helping you to see things clearly. I think it could be a major proposition coming in for you as well. King of Pentacles, assurance. I think that is too right. It's going to be weird. It might even be a marriage or moving in with someone or starting a business with someone that comes up in April. I think it's difficult to see perfectly, simply because there is a bit of work to be done on your side. Once you do that work, it's going to become very, very obvious, I think, by the 22nd, 25th onwards in March. So there you go, Virgo. Thank you very much for being with us. I did do the collective reading, which I suggest you go and have a look at. And I will see you soon. Don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.